What if I told you anxiety isn't something you have, it's something you do? And the moment you stop calling it a disorder and start calling it what it really is, your whole relationship with it could change permanently. It sounds outrageous, I know, but so is the idea of garlic bread going to space. And that video got 58 million views. Stick around. This shift is going to mess with how you think, really in the best way possible. We live in a world obsessed with labeling. One bad week must be depression. Can't focus for 5 minutes, ADHD. Feel nervous before a date, anxiety. You Google your symptoms, take a quiz, and suddenly, you're an emotional BuzzFeed article. My mom had anxiety her whole life, so I guess I inherited it. Heard that one before? Geez, so many people say it. But here's the question no one's asking. What if those labels are just descriptions of what happens when we misunderstand our own mind? This isn't about pretending anxiety isn't real. It's about realizing it might be something different than you think it is. A friend once asked me to talk to her teenage daughter. She was 15, smart, thoughtful young woman, and terrified. She came to her mom and said, "I think I have borderline personality disorder." Why? Because she read the symptoms online and they felt familiar. I spoke with her. Listen, you might have traits like that, but that's not who you are. Her face was total confusion, but also relief, because for the first time, someone wasn't confirming a label. I was pointing her back to her own resilience. And here's what most people don't know. Anxiety doesn't come from your past or your trauma or your circumstances. It comes from one place, your thinking. And your thinking creates feeling every single time. But when we misunderstand that, we live at the mercy of every anxious thought that floats through. We fight our own mind instead of just letting the noise pass. You don't have anxiety. You are not anxiety. You're experiencing anxious thinking. And that's not just a semantic difference. That's a get your life back kind of difference. The moment you stop seeing anxiety as a fixed condition and start seeing it as a temporary state of thought, you stop fearing it. You start questioning it. And eventually, you just let it go. Your mind is like a snow globe. Shake it, and everything swirls around, and you can't see clearly. But the moment you stop shaking it, you stop analyzing, diagnosing, fixing, it settles. And that's where clarity returns. Not because you fixed your mind, but because our minds are designed to settle on their own. That's the nature of thought. That's the nature of you. Here's the dangerous part. When we believe we're broken, we go looking for proof we're broken. And spoiler alert, if you go looking for dysfunction in your life, you're going to find it every single time. You're going to find lots of it. And anxiety becomes an identity. The diagnosis becomes the reason that we stop searching for health. And that's where people get stuck. But what if anxiety isn't a flaw? What if it's just a signal that you've temporarily forgotten how your mind works? It's innocent. You're a human being. See, most people feel anxious and immediately go into detective mode. Why am I feeling this way? What does this mean? How do I fix it? But here's the thing, those questions only stir the snow globe more. So what can you actually do when anxiety shows up? Well, First, name the weather, not the person. Don't say, I'm anxious. Say, there's anxious thought here. It's like hearing a thunderstorm and remembering, right, I'm inside. I'm safe. I'm not the storm. I'm the one watching it. Second, drop the why. You don't need to solve your anxiety. It's not a puzzle. It's more like a fog, and the less you resist it, the faster it lifts. Next time you feel off, you might try saying, I don't need to figure this all out right now, and really mean it. You could also give your brain space. Take a 10-minute walk. No phone, no podcast, no fixing, just air, nature, and presence. Because your clarity isn't something that you have to earn. It returns the moment thought settles. This is the quiet superpower no one talks about, or few people talk about. When you understand the nature of thought, you don't need coping mechanisms. You just need remembering. And that remembering changes everything. And here's what I want you to know. You are not broken. You are not stuck. You are not a walking diagnosis. You are a human being caught in a storm of thought. And storms always pass. Now, if your brain is still screaming, yeah, but my anxiety is different, I get it. You've been taught to fear your feelings. We've been taught to chase certainty. You're not lost. You're just buried under other people's noise. This next video hits even harder. Overcome the lies you've been told. It's for when you feel like you're the problem. Well, you're not. You're just buried under noise that was never yours. You can strip it away, and silence reveals truth. You can check this one out because clarity's closer than you think. And remember, you're not broken. There's nothing to fix. You are love.